well, I mean, just normal hero focus by Grubby. He took down a Shadowhunter, while my Zen style killed a Grunt in the meantime. So advantage for Grubby a bit, but on the whole, Zen style is still kind of in the advantage because he has actually got 2 tier 2 buildings up, and Grubby is, I mean, he's producing his first tier 2 unit now. He's producing his first Kodo. Just got out. So Zen style already has Ensnare, I guess. I mean, would it be bad if he didn't? Yeah, he probably does. Yeah, he's missing a burr, but still. So yeah, Grubby right now is totally in the defensive. He can't fight because his Kodo will just get ensnared, so it can't actually eat anything, and it's kind of useless in a battle. Well, except for the aura, but still, I mean, it's not really helping that much. And now he has he has the same number of Kodos as their raiders, so it's still not that great. And there's peons coming into the battle, and so Zen is just retreating. Actually, this is one thing about the nice thing about the Dark Ranger is that if your opponent brings peons into the battle, it's actually good for you this time. Because even though they do 7 to 8 damage plus 1 with a Kodo aura, you can actually kill them and kill them relatively quickly, and then get a lot of skeletons. So that's kind of nice. But of course, generally the Dark Ranger in Orc Mirror is not that good because it's very. I mean, it takes a long time to take down one unit. And the skeletons are not as strong compared to the grunts. Whereas, for example, against human with loads of low hit point units and a skeleton actually being pretty much, I mean, it has. I think I remember that it has pretty much the same attack as a footman, so it's much more useful in that case. So yeah, the second skill on a Dark Ranger in Mirror against something in hero combo like this and against no casters, I would definitely go as Grubby went. What do you call it? Life Drain, exactly. Go Life Drain, because it's much more useful. It keeps your hero alive and it helps you actually do something. Yeah, Shadowhunter here in a bad position, and Grubby does a smart thing by actually using the item that he had, which was useful, namely the roar. And if you know that your hero is going to fall down anyways, I mean, and it's your second hero, it's not like you're going to TP directly or something, then always make sure you use the items before it goes down. I mean, it's just a small thing like that, but it's quite useful. So actually here you see that the peons with 10 to 11 damage actually do a decent amount of damage. And Grubby paid a lot of attention to which units he was focusing, and he actually focused them a lot with the Dark Ranger as well, so he got 3 skeletons, which is, I mean, they're not that good, but still they help a bit. I mean, they help as much as peon, and they attack a little bit faster, so it's not too bad. Yeah. So yeah, one thing is that in general with the Dark Ranger you want to go ranged army. Why is that? Well, because it's much easier to focus a unit with a ranged army. And that's why he's going Headhunters. Well, I mean, that's not only why he's going Headhunters, but that's one reason why Headhunters are good in combination with the Dark Ranger. I mean, for example, you wouldn't go just Mass Raiders with a Dark Ranger. It's not really as useful in that case because well, you can still focus units, but all your Raiders, all your units will have to go around all the other units, and you will lose a lot of time just to position yourself to get the focus fire off. And with ranged units, this is so much easier. So hero levels are actually better for Zen right now, and in my opinion, he has a small advantage, especially because Grubby hasn't researched Spirit Walker Adept training right now yet, and that would be something very useful. Very nice scouting from Zenstyle there, and he wakes up the creeps. Actually, Grubby was trying to position himself to creep this, but Zenstyle sort of made the creeps start. Grubby does something pretty smart here by positioning himself behind the creeps so that his opponent will actually have to run through the creeps in order to reach him. And so either he will be able to make the creeps attack his opponent, or he will be able to, well, TP out safely. I mean, there was no way he could just run out and still run away without having to TP, because, well, I mean, the opponent was just behind him. Now, of course, Grubby didn't know exactly that his opponent was behind him, but he could probably think about it, I mean, and guess it. Something pretty bad from Zenstyle here. He gets rally jacked 2 units while he's creeping the fountain, and that's something that, well, I guess, I mean, that's the difference between good players and really good players. It's to pay attention to everything. And right here, a fight. Actually, Zenstyle is not doing too badly, except that, well, there, yeah, the protection scroll again, and yeah, actually, Zenstyle is not doing too bad in this game, but in this battle. But he lost a bunch of units, got one unit eaten by Kodo, and yeah, just before he lost those 2 4-food units, the Demolisher and the Kodo Beast, so he did have to TP out there, and he couldn't really fight that. One interesting thing to note is that Zen has actually upgraded his armor, which serves him pretty well, because he has mostly Raiders and Grunts, and only 2 Kodo Beasts. I mean, and on the other hand, Grubby hasn't upgraded his armor, and he's always using protection scrolls. Why is that? Well, because Grubby is mostly fighting with his peons, with Kodos, and with Spirit Walkers. So armor upgrades don't benefit them, and with the protection scroll, although it's 150 gold, which is, yeah, it's the same price except for the lumber as the armor upgrade, it's actually much more useful to him. So actually, once you get once you get more than 2 protection scrolls with 0/0 units, then I think it's a waste. But 1 or 2 protection scrolls with 0/0 units, when you have a couple of units that are unarmored or that have a different armor style and can be upgraded, is still kind of useful. Grubby should really solo creep his Shadow Hunter. Oh yeah, he's still gonna get level 3. Yeah, so that's fine. On the other hand, yeah, actually I wanted to say something about the creeps of the shop here, which Zen is currently creeping. It's one of those things on this map that is really, really risky to creep, because you can't see up the ramp, and if your opponent is on the ramp, then he can just creep check you and actually attack you pretty easily. Grubby scouts Zen's army with a